As Charles Darwin says, it is not the strongest of the species that survives, neither the most intelligent. It is the one that is most adaptable to change. Welcome to our Parents and Students Orientation here in Divine Life Institute of Cebu Incorporated. We are gathered here today as one step in adapting to the new changes brought to us by the new normal. Let me start today's session with the presentation of DLIC's PMVGO. Now, it has been DLIC's goal to produce students who are lifelong learners for the betterment of the society. Hence, we always align our activities and curriculum plans on the following slides that will follow. We have here the philosophy, vision, mission, and core values. So before we start with the presentation for the basic guidelines, let's talk about first DLIC's philosophy, vision, mission, and core values. Now, Divine Life Institute of Cebu Incorporated believes that education is a profound vehicle of the holistic growth and integral development of students, founded on the pillars of faith and love, and enabling them to become catalysts of today and reflective leaders of tomorrow. Now, with the challenges brought about by the pandemic, many are trying to cope up with a new normal in education. This has changed the landscape of education in these present times. DLIC continues to uphold its philosophy by delivering distance learning that promotes holistic growth and integral development of the students. That is why we believe that learning does not only take place in the four walls of the classroom, but also learning happens anytime, anywhere. Through the DLIC program or Distance Learning Institutional Continuum, we are true to our commitment to our stakeholders of providing our leaders or learners every opportunity to learn and become catalysts of today and reflective leaders of tomorrow, even at comforts of your home. Next, we have here DLIC's vision. Now, DLIC is a Christ-centered educational institution committed to empower 21st century learners who will become lifelong leaders and productive citizens. Now, despite the situation we are facing right now, Divine Life Institute of Cebu Incorporated, as a Catholic institution, has always been putting premium in developing the learners to become lifelong leaders and productive citizens. This has been our foundation that enables us to push forward and come up with a program that will address the needs of our learners. It is indeed an opportunity for the learners to acquire lifelong skill set at home and to make them responsible and productive citizens. We also have here our mission. Now, guided by God's divine life, we create communities of learners that develop leaders through quality and relevant education, Christian life formation, and enhance technical vocational skills. Now, DLIC's program has been tailor-fitted to the needs of the present times. By providing quality and relevant education that is distance learning ready, we give our learners the chance to choose their learning modalities appropriate to their learning needs. It's either online or offline or modular. As teachers, we have equipped ourselves with the new technologies which include online platforms and learning management systems. At the center of our initiatives, we continue to make our learners to become Christian witnesses by providing virtual religious activities. And of course, to help our students learn essential, technical, vocational, and life skills that will be useful in the future and wherever they are. Now we have here our core values. We have here the faith in God, integrity, quality, and responsibility. Now let's start with faith in God. Having a strong faith in God as a driving force of doing good intentions and actions, we aim our students, DLIC students, to have this faith to God. We aim for them and teach them to have advocacy for self-discipline and sound mind, body, and soul. And of course, the compassion for the less privileged and the poor. We have integrity. So when we say integrity, it's a strong belief in honesty and honor. With integrity we are also accountable, and we are also teaching our students to be accountable of their own actions. We want them to share responsibility among their peers and other stakeholders. And of course, DLIC aims our students to become more likely to practice integrity in doing what has been promised and practice fair dealings. We have quality. When we say quality, we have here the relevant and responsive education that DLIC is promoting all throughout the years. We are also giving continuous innovation and improvement of services, especially now in times of the pandemic. And of course, we do not just only improve our services, facilities, infrastructure, but we also provide professionalized services. We send our teachers to trainings and we let them undergo trainings or sessions for them to be better equipped, especially in these trying times or in our new normal. And we have responsibility. One of our main goals is to take care of oneself, others, things, and communities. And this is also one of our main goals that we want our students to learn. Also with responsibility, we have the sustainability and care for the environment and strong social and corporate governance. Now, so much for that, for our PMVGO. Let's proceed now to today's main agenda, and we have here our basic guidelines for the upcoming school year 2020-2021. Now, basically we have 11 guidelines for today, and let's start with the first one. So the first guideline is that students must wear the upper school uniform and PE uniform during classes. Okay, now basically, there are a lot of reasons why DLIC encourages and aims to promote or encourage the students to always wear the school uniform, even if the upper school uniform only. But if you wish to wear the complete uniform, that would be very good, okay? But our aim why we want students to wear the upper school uniform is for them to be disciplined and responsible, even if they are not inside the classroom. Okay, we also want to continue and strengthen the essence of having classes even in this new normal. Because, for example, small children, if they are at home and learning, I think we believe that they would feel more engaged to the class or to the discussion if they are wearing and they are in character, or they can feel the essence of going to school even if they're just at home. Okay, and for incoming senior high school students, okay, especially from public schools, we do not actually make you buy the uniform or the school uniform. However, you are encouraged to wear plain white t-shirt or plain white polo shirt, okay? Now, for those students who want to avail a school uniform, it is still available, and prices rather varies. So here we have here the school uniform, upper school uniform for boys and girls. It will range from 420 pesos to 495, except for preschool dress, which is 530 pesos. Okay, now for the PE t-shirts, it's from 165 to 205, and it depends on the sizes. Now, for PE uniform, we highly encourage students, especially old students, to wear their PE uniform during PE classes. For those new students who wish to avail, you can also contact the school for the availability. Let's have here the second guideline. Now, we highly encourage adult assistance or supervision for pupils, especially from pre-elementary pupils to grade 3 pupils. However, for those who wish for those higher levels and who wish to have their parents beside them to accompany them or assist them in terms of technical problems, you may do so. Okay, now, for spontaneous and smooth flow of discussion and participation, parents are highly needed to be assisted for the manipulation of the technical buttons. So we have here the technical buttons that are very common. We have our microphone, when can we mute and unmute our children, and we also have the camera. Now, just a little reminder, please always use the chat box for sensible and essential questions or comments only. Okay, so chat box are not, the chat box is not for chit-chatting or for any unrelated information. And then we also highly encourage everyone, parents, to also assist your children to prevent or refrain from sharing screen. Okay, because with the past orientations that we had, there are students who more likely mistakenly share their screen and we can see their phones, okay? So especially during classes, let's try to stick with the most basic buttons, and that is for the camera and microphone. Except if the teachers will give you instruction to do reporting or presentation, then that's the time, okay? Next. Students' cameras should be turned on at all times. Now, for spontaneous and smooth flow of discussion and participation, also for us to monitor our students and we can discipline them, especially if their cameras are turned off, they might be doing something that is not related to the class and their attention might be divided. So as much as possible, please turn on your camera at all times, okay? So if you are using your laptops, I think laptops have built-in cameras, or I think there are cameras available now which you can just attach. For smartphone, of course, you can just use the camera of your devices, okay? And then turning on the camera would also encourage the students to participate, especially if they can see their classmates participating and we can see them also doing that. Okay, now, as much as possible also, in terms of turning on your camera or showing your video, before the class will start, please try, if you can, please try to find a way or a place where you can put your phone or gadget like this so that your teacher can view you properly. And try to choose a place with a plain background or a background where we cannot see the other members of the family passing by, because that's a private thing for you, okay? Next, students are not allowed to eat or move out during class. Now, even here in the LIC, we do not encourage our students to eat during class hours inside the classroom. We give them breaks, or we give them the lunchtime or recess time to eat and take a snack, okay? Even if we are now in the new normal, we highly encourage students not to eat during class hours or move out during class hours, okay? Because some might just turn off their cameras and eat, okay? But your microphone is still on and we can hear you. But again, guideline number 3, you have to turn on your camera as much as possible. Okay, so we are trying to establish here the respect and proper manners that students are encouraged to take their breakfast and snacks before or after the class period. Okay, but don't worry, after we give you the class schedule, we will be also giving 15 minutes break after 2 simultaneous classes. Okay, next. Learners are requested or encouraged to attend classes on time. Now, to practice the punctuality of the students, they are highly encouraged to attend classes on time. Okay, this will also give them the chance to listen and to learn to their teacher's class, because being late gives the tendency to miss important notes being tackled by the teacher. Okay, I think there will not be enough reason anymore why are you late aside from the internet connection. So as much as possible, we encourage our learners to attend classes on time. For example, your class will start at 8 a.m. As much as possible by 7:50, as much as possible, everything is on set already or you are on standby. So in case there will be delayed or intermittent internet connection, you still have time, 10 or 5 minutes to prepare and reload. So that by 8, you can directly or exactly enter the class. Next, regular follow-up of students to attend classes and to submit outputs prior to the deadline. Now, students will be constantly followed up by teachers to comply with all the tasks being given. Submission on time will prevent from overload or piled up works. Okay, this guideline also aims to discourage the students to practice procrastination. Okay, especially for those students who will take offline classes, you will be given the module that you have to do in a week. Okay, as much as possible, you do the task on the said schedule rather, so that you will prevent overload or piled up paperworks. Okay, for example, you will not do your activity for English on Monday and you will just do it on Wednesday, but you still have other subjects to do. Okay, so basically students will lose interest or they will get tired in answering paperworks or activities that are overload or piled up already. So as much as possible, you have to submit your outputs and do your outputs on time. And students must attend also classes on time. Okay, because basically the time that we have is like 45 minutes for online classes. And if you will enter the class 10 minutes or 15 minutes late, that's already a big disadvantage in your part. Because 10 to 15 minutes, there will be a lot of information tackled by the teachers already. Okay? Next, I think this has been discussed earlier also. Please use the chat box feature of the video conferencing platforms for sensible comments and questions only. Okay, especially for higher levels. Okay, please refrain from putting comments or chit-chatting with unrelated information in the chat box. Okay, for example, your classmates for online classes, your classmates will answer something and you want to cheer or applaud your classmate, okay? Please refrain from chatting in the chat box, okay? Even with pre-elementary or elementary students, we would highly request for the parents to guide the students or guide the children not to use the chat box for unrelated information. But for questions, sensible comments, please do so that we can also acknowledge or recognize, because there might be times that we cannot hear you because other questions are being entertained, so we can check the chat box. Okay, now we have here number 8, and that is Data Privacy Act of 2012, which states that there shall be no malicious nor unauthorized disclosure of information or any kind without the permission of the school and its affiliation. Okay, so Data Privacy Act of 2012. So we are basically now in the new normal and we are conversing with each other or to our students through internet or technology. And we have here the Data Privacy Act. So what is Data Privacy Act? So for the Data Privacy Act, we highly discourage students, okay, parents, to more likely share the modules of the teachers, okay, from DLIC to other schools or to other students, okay, because this is an intellectual property of the school solely provided for your children, for our DLIC students, okay? Aside from the module, we would highly discourage you from taking screenshots or pictures while we are having classes, okay? Especially for higher levels, because for example, you might want to show off on Facebook that you are now having, because DLIC is very true to having online or distance learning. So you might screenshot and post it, okay? That's a big no-no, okay? That's for the Data Privacy Act. If you wish to screenshot information, do not worry, because after every synchronous or online classes, you will be provided with the recorded videos. Okay, so no need to screenshot anymore. Next is for the quizzes and recordings, because you might think, I will just record this one and I will not attend the class. Okay, no, because we will be giving you the recorded video, but you have to attend the class because attendance is a must again. Also, if there will be virtual quizzes or formative quizzes or assessment, please refrain, prevent from sharing it to other resources, okay? Next, the students must be able to develop the culture of academic integrity. What is academic integrity? Okay, from the word itself, integrity, one of our core values, it's a strong honesty. Okay, now, even if we are in the new normal, we highly encourage and promote students to be honest. Okay, so whatever task you will be given, please make sure that you are doing it on your own. Okay, now we have here this guideline to practice and strengthen the academic integrity of students in their outputs. Now, for young children, parents can also assist and supervise, okay? Because of course, we understand that it's very difficult for students or children to do things on their own as of now, okay? So we would agree if parents, or it's okay for us if parents would assist and supervise, but students must be the sole person to make and produce their own work, okay? Parents are facilitators, okay? But the makers, again, are the students. Next, students must always consider authenticity and submitting outputs or projects. So what is the difference between number 9 and number 10? Now, when we say academic integrity, you as the student are the one making your output, okay? Meaning, no one is making it for you. But when we say authenticity, meaning you are making it coming from your own ideas, okay? Because in the new normal, we might see and say that outputs are not reliable and accurate anymore because you can just copy paste, right? Okay, but as much as possible, we encourage students to do things on their own and to do original ideas or to produce outputs that came from their heart and mind. Okay, so we encourage students to submit outputs that are authentic and reliable. Okay. Next, there is a need to strengthen home-school partnership and put importance in building linkages within the school community. Now, to create and strengthen the linkages within the school, home, and community, parents are encouraged to always monitor, update, and assist their children. Okay, so we highly encourage and we thank all the parents. We thank you as early as now for facilitating your students in the upcoming school year. Okay, we teachers are doing our very best also to produce modules, to check and to make activities for your for your children to learn at home. But we highly encourage also, or there is a need also for us to establish partnership. We cannot do it alone, okay? We would appreciate all your help. Also with the students. No matter what kind of activities we give, if students will not do it or students will not wholeheartedly make it, it would be useless. So as much as possible, we are trying or we want to establish the partnership because we are learning as one. DLIC walang iwanan. Okay? Now here are the basic or 11 basic guidelines for school year 2020-2021. Okay, now part of the class which most of you wants to ask for is the class schedule and modules, right? Now today, we will be showing the schedules and how the modules look and works like. Now here, now basically, for grade levels, you will be seeing legends. Now, as you can see here, we have 3 colors. The green one, synchronous, asynchronous, synchronous, okay? Now, when we say synchronous, meaning online, okay? This is applicable for online classes, okay? So, synchronous is online classes and you get to meet your teachers for online virtual meetings, okay? Asynchronous, offline, self-paced, okay? And for Friday, it's synchronous, online. Learning consultations can also be done during the asynchronous schedules, okay? So Monday and Thursday, they will have subjects which are for online. And on Monday and Thursday also, they will have subjects which is for offline or asynchronous. Okay, so please, after this one, after the presentation, go back and check the schedules being presented and try to check and use the legend or the colors as your resources. Okay, we have here sample schedule for the nursery. Incoming nursery 1 students, we have here the green one. These are for the online or synchronous. And in the afternoon are for the self-paced. Okay, we have here the violet one, the one we saw earlier, for activities or consultation. Okay, this is a schedule for nursery 2. The same. In the morning, Monday morning, we have here synchronous. In the afternoon, by 1 p.m., asynchronous. And consultation. Kindergarten, the same. Grade 1, incoming grade 1 students. Here is your schedule for the online learning modality. So, synchronous or online, asynchronous or self-paced. And for the consultation. Grade 2. Grade 3. Still the same. So just refer to the legend so that you can identify what are the colors or what does the color represent, okay? What do these colors represent rather? Next. Now, there will be changes for grade 4 up, okay, to higher level because we have here different schedule as for now, okay? So as you can see, Monday to Saturday, okay? So Monday to Wednesday, of course, they will have the synchronous. TTH, they will have the synchronous also activity. And this one is for asynchronous. Okay, so basically, they will be meeting the teacher or they will have classes 4 times a week. But 2 days are for online and 2 days are for self-paced. Okay, let's try to check. Here, grade 4, we have here the online, the offline. Here is for the asynchronous. Okay, Monday, they will be meeting with a teacher for math. But on Tuesday, they cannot meet the teacher on math. Instead, they will meet the teacher on language. But they will have activities for math because this is yellow. Okay, next is for the asynchronous and for the consultation. So please refer to the legend later on. Schedule for grade 5. Grade 6. Grade 7. Grade 8. Grade 9. So still the same. Okay. So just refer to the legend. But when you say synchronous again, meaning online, you can see the teacher. Asynchronous, meaning you're doing activities, you will do activities on your own. Okay? That's asynchronous. Grade 10. Now, if you wish to do the learning consultation aside every Friday, okay, if you wish to do the learning consultation or a Saturday, you can also do it during the asynchronous schedules here. You just have to contact and arrange schedule with your teachers so that you can have a smooth flow of consultation. Now we have here for the senior high school, we have for grade 11. So this is the legend. So it's basically the same again. This is for the asynchronous or offline or self-paced, and this is for the online synchronous. And these are the subjects offered for grade 11. Here. General. This is for every strand. Each strand, STEM, ABM, UMS, ICT, and HE on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and so on. So every Friday, you will be having your physical education or PE. That's the time for new students. You can buy the PE uniform, upper PE uniform, that is worth 165 pesos to 205 pesos. It depends, or it will vary on the sizes. Okay, now for TLE, by the way, or computer subjects, not for ICT only, but also for grade 9 and 10, okay, please be advised that there will be minimal expenses, okay, for the hands-on activities or return demonstration of students at home, okay? For those students who opted for offline classes, okay, there will be times that the computer teacher will require them to be online for some hands-on activities. Okay, now for senior high school also, for grade 11 and grade 12. Okay, now just a little clarification with the information for the incoming students for senior high school. Okay, so again, for TLE or ICT subjects, there will be times that your teacher will require you to be online, also with the junior high school students. Now, for senior high school students, you have to purchase books, especially for the specialized subjects, okay? Specialized subjects to give them ample time and decide to buy the book. So, you have to purchase books especially for the specialized subjects, but don't worry, okay, because it's not compulsory. It actually depends on the teacher if they will make the book compulsory, okay? Okay, and then also for senior high school students who opted for online and offline classes, we cannot, or DLIC cannot avail you to give the freebies of OTG flash drive and one-time load because the school has shouldered a part of your tuition fee, okay? So the school has shouldered a part of your tuition fee and miscellaneous fee, a portion of it. So for offline students, please try to provide your own OTG, flash drive OTG, okay? So these are the schedules for the grade 11 and grade 12 senior high school. Now there are questions, a lot of questions about if we can change or you can change the learning modality, online or offline. Yes, you can do so, okay? You can change from, for example, you have chosen online already, it's okay. Okay, so we can still accommodate if you wish to change to offline, that's okay. However, if you have chosen online freebie or offline freebie, and then for example, you chose online at first and you received the load already, the one-time load, and you decided to transfer to offline, okay? So we regret to inform you that we cannot provide you the OTG anymore because you have availed the one-time load already, okay? Now, let's proceed to the sample module. How will the module look like? Now, for today, I will be presenting module for grade 11 class, okay? Both online and offline. Okay, please wait a moment. Okay. Here is a sample of an online module. You can see here the title, it's oral communication, online, first week, the date, week, and the teacher, okay? There is a greetings being provided here. And you can see here the subject matter. So don't worry for elementary or junior high school students. All our modules are identical or they are the same. We are following the same process or steps. So we have here the subject matter. You can see what subjects or what topics are to be discussed for this week. So we have here the nature and the elements, and also the models of communication. We have here the learning objectives, and we have tailored fitted it to DepEd's requirement for us, especially in this new normal. Now, learning materials for online classes. You can see here, okay, textbook or printed or copy or ebook, laptop, tablet, desktop computer, smartphone, notebook, and whiteboard or eraser, strips of paper and marker in case of intermittent connection. For example, you're having online class and you lost your internet or you sounded like a robot, you can use the whiteboard to write and inform us, okay? Now for online classes, here are the details. Now, since in the schedule presented earlier, we have Monday and Wednesday for the online class, and Tuesday and Thursday is for self-paced, okay? So on Monday, this will be our topic, nature of communication. You will enter in this link, or you can input the ID and password. The same with on Wednesday. Now, this is how it will look like. We have day 4, 4 days, learning task, week 1, here. For day 1, you will be given an activity and you have to enter this class, this link, so you can start and join the class, okay? And this will be a formative assessment for you. On day 2, since we will not be meeting, even if you are an online class student, you will still be given an activity, okay? Here, after knowing the nature of communication, this is your activity in the Google Classroom, and this will be the link. Okay? You have to make a critic using these questions and submit it into our Google Classroom. We have here another formative assessment on day 2. So on day 2, even if we will not see each other, you have to do these activities. Okay? On day 3, it's an online class again. So we have here another activity before we start with the discussion, and you have to prepare your ideas with the activity as you join the class here. And on day 4, it's still the same with day 2. You cannot meet your teachers, however, you will be given activities. Now for this subject, you will be having the journal entry, okay? And then directions are provided below. So this is basically how the online module looks like. Here. So that you will be guided. What did the teacher discuss for this week? How about next week, especially if you have the textbook, okay? Okay, that's for the online class for oral communication. Now let's go to the offline. So technically it's the same. There are just some modifications, especially for students who cannot have the internet connection. Okay, so it's still the same. The title, what week, date, offline, teacher. Now again, we have the greetings. Subject matter, what are we going to talk about today? Or this week rather. Learning objectives, materials. Now for the materials, you will be using your smartphone for recording and your flash drive. Okay? Here. So it's again here. So since we will not see each other, you will be doing this activity and you have to open your flash drive because your teacher will be giving there a video. Okay, a video for you to be guided and a video of the discussion. Every day we meet people from different walks of life. These people that we come in contact with may or may not be part of our journey. That is why it's very important that we take the chance of knowing them, not only with their names, but also what represents them as a person. So for today, you will listen and make an introduction about yourself using the words that I will be presenting in the video. So your teacher will be presenting a video and you have to follow. You can use the exact words or the underlying meaning on it. For example, when I say dog, you can say, oh, good day, everyone. My name is Pet, and I'd appreciate if you call me B. I'm a pet lover. I specifically have a dog, which name is Sora. So you have to recite your answers out loud and write it on a short bond paper afterwards. You have to take a picture of it and save the picture in the flash drive. Okay, that's what are we going to do? Because in the online class, it's different. You can see the teacher and you can recite your answer instantly or immediately to your teacher and classmates. But this, you have to say it by yourself aloud and you have to write it, take a picture and save in the flash drive so the teacher can still check that you have done the activity. Okay? Next, PowerPoint discussion. And then still the same, the assessment activity earlier. Day 2, I will not be giving you, or the teacher will not be giving you the link anymore for YouTube. Instead, the video will be saved in your flash drive. Here. Day 3, it's still the same. And day 4, it's still journal entry. Now, for journal entry, you have to submit and you have to write it in your oral communication notebook, and you have to submit it once you submit your modules, okay? It's applicable for everyone, elementary, junior high school students, or senior high school students. There will be times that your teachers will ask you to make an output, put it in a cartolina, in a short bond paper, in your notebook, and you have to submit it, okay? So we can check it right in hand, okay? And then the congratulations message. So this is for the online and offline modular classes. Okay, now let's go to the students' requirements, okay? Students' requirements, this is for grades 1 to 3, writing notebook, grade 4 to 10, composition notebook, notebooks 40 leaves each, 2 plastics envelopes with handle, and we are requiring everyone to also purchase a whiteboard, even the small one with a whiteboard marker and eraser. Okay, so that there might be drills that your teachers will be giving to you, elementary or pre-elementary, junior high school students, even senior high school. Okay, so we have here the standard again. Homework notebook, the color is yellow, communication red, math blue, language violet, MAPE sky blue, and so on. Science green, Araling Panlipunan, yellow green, Filipino orange, CLF white, that's mother tongue brown. It's for grade 1 to 3 only. TLE or computer, it's brown for grade 4 to 10 only. TLE or computer, the one that I have mentioned, that there might be minimal expenses, or for online students. For offline students, there will be times that your teacher will require you to be online to do hands-on activities. We have here for grade 11, notebooks, 40 leaves each, and also senior high school students are also required to buy plastic envelopes with handle. So we can provide and we can put your modules in save, okay? Also with the white marker and whiteboard marker and white marker. So Earth and Life Science green, oral communication yellow, general mathematics blue, PE newspaper, you have to cover it with newspaper, philosophy white, orange, brown, and so on. For incoming grade 11. For incoming grade 12 students, the same. 2 plastic envelopes with handle, whiteboard marker, and whiteboard for writing. So understanding culture, orange, white, manila paper for PE, white, and so on. Okay, now I think that would be all as much as for today, dear parents and students. Now, if you wish to go back and see again this video, you can just scroll it slower, okay? Now we have here important reminders for the next activity, series of orientation. So on August 13 at 9 a.m., it will be an orientation for the online platforms, okay? What platforms are we going to use? And then you have to see the schedule again on Facebook, on our Facebook page. You can please follow our social media accounts, DLIC updates for the weekly updates of the virtual parents and students orientation. We do also have the Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and of course our website, dlic.school. Okay, on August 18, the main learning management system that we are going to use. What are we going to use for the online classes? Okay. That's something that we have to look forward on August 18. And on August 20 at 9 a.m., there will be series of sample online classes. Okay? So these events or orientations are very important for us to be equipped and ready on the upcoming school year 2020-2021. So we wish to see you, dear parents and students, on the upcoming orientations, and of course on August 24 and 28. Okay. August 24 until the end of the school year rather. So thank you so much for today's parents, basic guidelines, parents and students orientation. Welcome to Divine Life Institute of Cebu, Incorporated, where good and godly life begins.